Hello everyone, Spaced Oyster here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Ashen Blue Lion Wolves. Last time, we did a paralogue in order to unlock some stuff for Sothis and Byleth, I think. And in this part, we will be doing another paralogue. Who could have guessed? We'll probably be able to finish all three of these paralogues before the next actual chapter. Anyway, this time we will be doing Yuri and Constance's paralogue. Should be fun. Anyway. Oh, I love that laugh.
What is with you? Finally coming apart at the seams from all those late nights spent researching, huh?
For once, your sharp tongue misses its mark. My elation is too powerful for your petty sniping to have any effect.
Why is that?
Not long ago, the church reached out to me. They bade me travel to House Garrett, escorted by the knights. During the Dagda and Bridget War, you see, Houses Nouvelle and Garrett fought side by side. Yet we were the ones who suffered wrack and ruin, while they kept their foreign ministry position. I cannot turn back time to change that, of course, but I would relish the opportunity to give Duke Garrett a proper tongue lashing.
I guess that is one of your pastimes, isn't it? Anyway, seems the church has business with House Garrett.
What of House Gareth?
Garrett is one of the 6 great noble houses. They oversee the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
And the ministry is in charge of diplomacy for other regions and territories.
The church wishes to obtain a hero's relic, thought to reside in House Garrett's collection. The delicate negotiations of acquiring it fall to me, due to my connection with the Duke.
I thought they were all returned to the descendants of the 10 elites by the church ages ago. House Garrett has no ties to the elites, and I don't think the head even has a crest. Odd indeed for them to have a relic.
There is talk that the relic fell into his hands during the Dagda and Bridget War. The Church of Seros was displeased to learn this. They feel the relic should belong to them and have made that plain to House Garrett.
Do we know how he acquired it?
I believe the relic was found in a foreign land where it was mistaken for a marvelous but benign treasure. Then it was probably gifted as recompense to House Garrett, as part of a reconciliation. Who can say why it had landed on foreign shores to begin with, though?
You seem rather well informed on the subject.
Yeah, how do you know so much?
I caught wind of some of the story, which piqued my interest. I did some digging and drew conclusions, like I tend to do. So what you've got is what I think. Nothing more. Anyway, Constance, if you're headed to House Garrett, so am I.
What game are you playing here?
No games, this time. I just want to get a gander at that shiny relic they're keeping hidden away.
I haven't the authority to prevent it, but if you must accompany us, I should like the professor along too. The more eyes watching this snake, the better.
I think you've confused a snake with a bird. You coming, friend?
Of course I'll join!
I knew you'd see things my way. Allow me to make a few quick preparations and we can depart. What a delicious frisson it gives me to imagine the look upon the Duke's face.
I sure hope the church knows what they're doing, choosing her to negotiate this.
Yeah, why did they pick her out to negotiate? Anyway, I realized in the last part I had a tough time thinking of topics to bring up, but that shouldn't be the case this time. I've had quite a bit of stuff going on in between recordings, as of this one and in between this one and the last one. Anyway, let's wait for the loading screen before going into any more details, because I don't want to get interrupted. I tend to lose my train of thought, and that is not good. Oh, never mind, it just leads to the preparation screen. Alright, well, I guess the main Fire Emblem related thing I was interested in bringing up this time around is about what's called an Iron Man run. For an Iron Man run, you go through the game from start to finish without resetting. The idea being that every death is permanent and blah 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 blah. Anyway, Anyway, an Iron Man run is very interesting to do with some of the older Fire Emblems, or the ones that are better designed for with that challenge in mind, because it can be very interesting. A lot of the early games were put together with the thought of you not resetting, and rather using later recruits as replacements for the earlier ones. So that was the idea with games like Shadow Dragons, more as one of the most specific and recent examples. So yeah, that's a thought to do with some of the older Fire Emblem games, although it becomes an increasingly difficult task as you go forward in the series. Three Houses, for example, would be absolutely terrible to do as an Iron Man, considering how many or how much investment you put into each student. Oh, right, and then, in between the last part and this part, I was able to have a lot of the characters take promotion exams. Pretty much everyone's level 20 now, and so most of them were able to transition to their new classes. Or into new classes. I got Boyleth as a trickster, Yuri as an assassin, Constance is a dark flyer, as is Annette. Ingrid is a wyvern rider now. Let's see, I don't think... Dew wasn't quite qualified yet. Happy is now a Valkyrie, Balthus is a warrior, and no one else cares about anyone else, so we're good. Alright, so let's get going.
That thief bested me, but I will not allow the relic to be taken.
Filthy rat. That will be mine. If I have to pry it from your dead hand, all the better. Children of the beasts, expose your true selves!
What the? Please make it stop!
Duke Garrett is in danger. I fear we make for poor reinforcements, yet we must aid him nonetheless.
What a mess. Come on, to Duke Garrett.
They must work for the church. But I have no choice. I must seek out their aid.
Oh joy. Okay, so we're gonna have to protect a guy all the way back there. Anyway,
Thanks.
we'll have Happy, stride there. I love having a mounted unit for striding. Despite all their nerfs, the Canto ability is as broken as all get out. So we first have to take out the Snipper, otherwise our flyers will not be ready or safe. Yeah, Wyvern Rider is the only intermediate class for flyers, or I think intermediate's the right word. Well, it used to be. Dark Flyer now exists, but Wyvern Rider is definitely one of the better classes in the game for being an intermediate flying class that everyone can use. Wyvern Riders tend to get really good stats in almost every area. Their only lacking ones seem to be magic and resistance, but given they can move so much farther than mages, they can take them out without having to worry about magic.
Stay focused.
If you know what I mean. Alright, anyway, yeah, that's good. And then, look at that! Tricksters use finger guns! That is my whole motivation for making Byleth a trickster. Finger guns. Oh, wait, right, I was saying more things about Wyvern Riders. Well, Wyvern Riders, they also, since they can outdistance the mages that would otherwise be one of their only banes, they are one of the best classes in the game for having higher than average stats in most areas. I think speed tends to be a bit on the low side for Wyverns too, but they have the higher defenses to make up for it.
Don't get in my way!
Yikes. Something is definitely off with them. Be careful.
Oh yeah, if those guys will eventually turn into, well, actually, I think it does happen to at least one of them, so I'll leave it for a surprise. For now, though, let's just call them what they are. Crazy. Good job, Dimitri.
Who's next?
No! They're going for the NPC I have to protect halfway across the map. Ugh. At least he has the decency to run towards us rather than fighting. Alright, so let's watch out for the boss dude there and the assassin. they will be particularly threatening. Finger bang! Haha!
As expected.
More polish never hurts.
Alright, and then let's go ahead and punch you down.
Over already.
Alright, let's see, what else we got going on? So the assassin's definitely going for Boyleth. Let's get Dew in there, I suppose. We can let our lovely flying ladies take these guys out.
May my foes someday forgive me.
And then we have an easy route to the green guy we're supposed to protect. Well, then I suppose for other things not really related to Fire Emblem... Well, actually, I didn't finish my thoughts on Iron Manning.
My technique could use some
For 3 houses, it wouldn't be a very good challenge to do, because, well, first of all, there's how extensive to be with the no resetting part, because you get Divine Pulse, and with Divine Pulse, you effectively get an infinite number of retries. Well, not infinite, there is a finite number to Divine Pulses, but I've often found that, it's more than plentiful enough to allow you to simply re-roll things that don't go your way perfectly, so it's rarely an issue. So if you were to Iron Man 3 houses, would you... Oh, oops. I didn't mean to skip that. Oh, hey, he's not so defenseless. Oh my...
What is that thing?
It cannot be. The thief menacing the Duke has become a hideous beast.
Unexpected obstacle. Still, the results of our little experiment were nothing short of exquisite.
I just realized that guy, Myson. That name is familiar. Oh, I know who he is. It becomes relevant much later. I'll have to try and remember to bring it up. But yeah, 3 houses is tough to Iron Man because there's Divine Pulse, which I don't even know where to begin on that. Yes, run away, you squishy mage. Alright, let's see here. And then, the other thing that makes it complicated for an Iron Man is that, almost all the units you can use in this game require a lot of investment, so every loss is very, very, substantial. You definitely don't want to lose any of these characters you have to work so hard to improve on, since they all need to work hard from base in order to get to where they are now. Well, that was easy. Is he looking a little pale?
I failed to attain the relic, but the experiment yielded results. That's all that matters. Beasts, rampage, take his head!
Yeah, reinforcements. So many reinforcements.
Reinforcements? I pray that they cause us no further difficulties.
They can't cause you any further difficulties if you kill them. Alright. Yeah, but, it's tough to really, be motivated to not reset at all when every unit you get, you invest so much in. Considering how much effort it takes for them to get to unlock new classes and to be able to use them. So, 3 houses is not a good one for Iron Man's. Oh, hey, look. Oh, right. One of the things I like about Happy's current class, Valkyrie, is that it has, it actually has extended range on dark magic and black magic and, dark and black magic. So it's very good for an offensive mage like Happy, and then I think it can also work well on Lysithea, since Lysithea also has other ways to extend her magic range. Yeah, let's just punch this guy dead. Actually, I probably should have used an axe since he's a warrior. Yeah, oh well. Anyway, we're also gonna punch this guy dead.
Is that all?
Alright, but yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say about Iron Man's. Let's see, the other things I wanted to talk about. What were those? Well, the other thing is that I've been playing Tales of Vesperia again recently. I had tried to get into it before, but I wasn't able to stick with it. I wanted to try and use a character in that game that uses a bow, but I found him to be far more complicated to use than I intended, and I lost interest to play. So that was about when I stopped, and then I kept going after that. Well, I picked it up again recently, and I've gotten farther since. Oh my, they're all charging. Ow. Hey, this guy's not as frail as I thought he'd be. That's good.
Saw that coming.
I do have an interest in doing a Let's Play of Tales of Vesperia. I should really get around to doing that. But it'll have to wait until this is done. And I would, of course, want to be more knowledgeable on how Vesperia works overall. I am very not good at it. Although then again, being very not good at it can be interesting in its own ways. Right. Let's see. Alright. Oh, I have an idea. We gambit from here, and we can hit Balthus. So we'll be able to use Balthus, Dedu, and Boyleth to get closer. Let's see. I don't think Ingrid has any gambits. Fortunately, Constance does.
The death of Duke Garrett would present difficulties. One cannot negotiate with a corpse, after all. I'm on.
Yeah, you definitely can't negotiate with corpses. So that might be my next project, but I'm not too sure. It would be a lot of fun to do. I'm enjoying Vesperia. And then as for other things, is that I've also got an interest in an anime I saw recently called Carol and Tuesday. And I'm thinking I should write a review of it, because I would be interested in that. Wait, why did I attack there? I have no idea why I attacked there. Oh, anyway, so I would be interested in trying that for Carol in Tuesday. Just barely weak enough there. But that's also a big diversion from what I normally do, so that might be a thing.
Ready.
All right. Oh, I do have a javelin. Why didn't I do this in the first place? And why did I think to do it just then? I am so confused. Past Spaced Oyster, you are a confusing person. Oh ho ho. Annette. But yeah, I found Carol and Tuesday interesting enough to talk about, so I should definitely try to bring it up somehow. Let's see.
Here we go.
And then we do need to keep the NPC alive, so let's just heal him up. And then what else?
I'll cut through. You never had a chance.
Well, yeah, I guess that's it. Tales of Vesperia, Carol and Tuesday.
At least you're no coward.
As for Fire Emblem related stuff, I could always give Iron Manning a different game a try. I've heard Fire Emblem 6, the one that stars Roy. That one would be a good one to try as an Iron Man. I've also got a hilarious ROM hack of that. We have to be careful. These guys... let's see, if they're able to double Dedu, they'd be able to deal a lot of damage since he only has 2 resistance. But as long as he's able to survive, he is a good choice. Oh, yeah. Now we just have to take out one more health bar. Boileth! Yeah, and I do enjoy the Trickster class, don't get me wrong. Well, I mostly enjoy the finger guns.
Sure thing.
The Trickster seems to be a very poor class overall. Like, it doesn't get any additional magic uses, so it's weak there. And it has 5 movement instead of 6, like most infantry classes at its level. So it's just why? Well, I know why they wanted to do that with it. Oh no, she got hit. Yeah, the reason why they wanted to nerf Trickster that way is because it's intended to be a class for Yuri, and as we will see once we finish this paralogue, his relic gives you +1 move, or the person equipped with it +1 move. So I think their intention was reducing Yuri's class to have 1 less move, so that way he
So sorry, but please help me. I cannot do it alone.
We've got this. Step aside while we sort this out.
Oh, come on, keep running away, don't just stand there. Ugh, stupid dude. Okay, how do we get out of this mess? Well, we can't gambit with Ingrid or Dedu. When you get hit by an enemy gambit, you can't use gambits yourself for the next turn. So, they're on lockdown. Well, we can punch this guy dead with Dimitri at least.
Who's next?
But yeah, even though I enjoy Trickster, it is definitely one of the weakest level 20 classes in the whole game.
This brings me no joy. I won? That can't be right.
I don't know, some people find fighting fun, Constance. Why can't you, huh? Don't you think you're spoiling their fun? Okay, and then, what was I talking about again? Oh, right, how horrible Trickster is. It's basically worst waifu. Let's see. All thanks to having 5 move, so it balances out Yuri getting a relic that gives him +1 move. Well, the worst part about that relic is it's not even Yuri exclusive. You can put it on anyone, just like you can have anyone use any relic. So they nerfed a class.
Damn, turning those poor fools into monsters? Ruthless.
Did I spy a fragment of a crest stone? Interesting. I've not seen an effect such as that before.
Constance, this is not the time for research. Get it together. Don't let them near the Duke.
What was I going on about again? Oh, right. And then, yeah, so they nerfed a class that anyone can use because a relic that anyone can equip gave people +1 move. It's a very odd scenario because you can just avoid the Trickster class and then give +1 move to literally anyone. I mean, since that is tied to a relic, anyone who uses it to fight will take 10 damage at the end of every turn. But plus, trust me, Yuri's relic makes that very inconsequential.
That worked out.
Well, and I guess I can go over what it will do. It's called the Fetters of Domri, and it will, in addition to giving the equipped character +1 movement, it also
We weren't ready.
it also gives any character who isn't in an infantry class Canto. So it's very, very handy for grounded support units like bishops, grimoires, Trickster counts as one too, I suppose, and dancers. So since it's really good on the dancer class, I've taken to calling the Fetters of Domri the Dancer's Glove. because it allows the dancer to dance for someone and then keep up with the rest of your army even after the fact. Since most dancers usually fall behind and have to be rescue dropped to keep up.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Boyleth, how did you get hit? Ugh. Alright, so we've got 4 more enemies to take. What are you doing? Why did you do that? What is wrong with this guy? Ugh. I wish he wasn't so stupid.
Didn't you hear? I'm dangerous.
Very dangerous, Happy. Although you could use more speed. Why are you so slow? Holy crap, she's only got 10 speed? Ugh. I thought Constance was the one to worry about with speed, but I guess it's Happy. Who knew? Or I just got unlucky.
Had to be done.
But yeah, so with the dancer's glove, you can pretty much
Good enough.
give it to anyone besides Yuri. So I really don't understand them nerfing Trickster, all because of one character and one class. Trickster probably.
Forget who you're dealing with.
It's probably for that reason that Trickster isn't even Yuri's best class.
Well, that's, yeah.
My guess would be that it goes for that Assassin would be a good one for Yuri, considering he has a hit budding talent in bows that unlocks a useful combat art. Alright, we just got 1 more to take out, and I got 2 people I can heal. And Ingrid can definitely get the kill. Oh, I just went for it. Well, whatever.
I did what I had to.
I think the coast is clear now.
Phew. Well, that was bizarre and unfortunate. What the hell happened to them anyway?
The gulf of my ignorance prevents me from answering such a question.
Oh, poor Constance. She was looking forward to giving him a tongue lashing, but because of her weird split personality, she won't be doing that. Yay! And we got the Mockingbird Thieves and a flying battalion that uses magic. Basically, battalions catered to Yuri and Constance. Handy stuff.
Thank the goddess you were unharmed, my lord, and that the relic is safe and sound.
Yes, thanks to your intervention. Today was a day to make my blood run cold.
Colder than a Strang winter, I'd wager. Our foes gave us a pitched battle.
That suspicious-looking guy was suspicious.
I am sorry to say that the ringleader's escape was my fault. It is a miracle that no harm came to your lordship or the relic, in spite of my clumsy efforts.
You don't sound quite yourself, Constance. I'd no idea what a toll life has taken on you. Perhaps it might cheer you to know that I intend to reward you for all that you've done today. For more than that, actually. I owe your parents a great debt for their services. I dare say that the church intended you to collect on it when they sent you.
The debt you owed my parents need not extend to their daughter. No reward shall be necessary.
Our help doesn't come for free. I think the relic will do nicely.
Ah, yes, by all means. Even if you have no use for it, perhaps you know somebody who does. These are the fetters of Dromi. They draw on the power of the crest of Obom. It's a priceless treasure that ended up in Dagda. After the truce, they sent it to us in friendship.
Why did Dagda have
The
it?
story holds that Saint Sero subjugated the 10 elites and the clans who followed them. There may have been a few clan elders who fled across the sea to escape suppression.
So why didn't you respond to the church's demand, or whatever that was?
The Empire's Minister of Foreign Affairs must hold on to every bit of leverage that he can. Which is why I feel a bit derelict in my duty here. I've put my feelings ahead of my role.
How so?
The Minister of Foreign Affairs appears to be discarding his hand in order to repay a personal debt.
My lord. Oh, what a relief to be back at the monastery. I suppose the church will be wanting their relic.
Yeah, they might. But I've got grander plans for it.
What? Of all the self-centered... Wait, do you mean to say that you're compatible? You bear the crest of Oban?
Very good, Constance. Hey, friend, I've got a request. Can you talk the church into letting me borrow the relic for a bit?
If you believe anyone would lend you a relic, your wits are softer than I gave you credit for.
The crest of Oban has all but vanished from Fodlan. Nobody but me carries it now. I'm the only one in all of Fodlan who can use it. A church hanging on to it is useless. Letting me make use of it is simply practical. Otherwise, it'll just be gathering dust in some stinky old vault.
That makes sense. I'll talk to the church for you.
Don't you worry your pretty little head. I won't use it for ill. I'd never be able to make it up to Duke Garrett after all. You can keep an eye on them while they're on loan. That'll make this whole thing go over easy as pie.
So this was the game you began when you offered your assistance. Well played.
Thanks. I figured the Duke has no use for them, and neither does the church. But I sure do. Ultimately, I want to use them to benefit the greater good. There's certainly no harm in that.
None indeed. Anyway, I'll call that an episode here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.